Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. What's good, everybody? This your boy KCFL King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Yep, I'm super late with it because I told you I wasn't gonna be here to watch this show live. Ladies and gentlemen, I know some of y'all probably gonna be mad at me when I tell you how I felt about the show. I thought it was a decent pay-per-view. Shout out to the fans out there in Saudi Arabia at the Jetty Stadium. The fans was nuts. I gotta give the crowd props. The crowd was outstanding. They were great. I think one of the major reasons why I feel the way I do about the show is because certain matches weren't in the positions that they should have been, and two of the matches had no business being on the show. None whatsoever. I would have been fine with just the 5 title matches. Well, actually four. I don't know, 4. 4 title matches. There's the Smackdown Women's title. Yeah, that which is on Raw, which is strange. The Smackdown Women's Championship match didn't even need to be on the show. It didn't. And I'm so over Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes, I don't care nothing about that no more. But match placement for me is why I am the way I feel about this show. Like I said, it was a decent pay-per-view. The ending, by the way, saved this pay-per-view because I probably would have gave this an extremely low grade. And people probably would have been calling me a shield all day. I would have said, call me a shield all you want. But I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't. But the ending to this pay-per-view saved this show 1,000%. I cannot wait to SmackDown because of the ending. The ending is what saved the show. Because I was about to go somewhere and Cass would have been like, man, you just straight hate. I'm like, no, I'm just telling y'all both it's true. I'm just telling you 1,000%. Like I said, it was a decent pay-per-view. But match placement, certain matches didn't even need to be on this show. And we're going to break down to my best ability how I perceive or seen every matchup that happened. So let's go ahead. This match right here, this match should have been like the second to last match. I would have had this match not kicked the show off. I probably would have kicked the show off with Rhea and Natalya. I would have kicked the show off with that. Like, get the trash out the way. Get that trash out the way. Get Brock and Cody out the way. Get the garbage matches out the way. And then you build up to the best matches that you had on the show. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, I was wrong, but it's no shocker. Everybody in the mama knew Seth Rollins was going to win. It was a solid opener. But this just automatically shows you that the World Heavyweight Championship is a bust. It's a garbage title. It's already in a garbage position. If you really want to present this championship as a main event title or the second main event title, you would have positioned this as the second to last match. But they didn't. They had just opened the show. You opened the show. Seth Rollins, AJ Styles did work. They handled the business. They did what they did. They went out there. They gave you a good match classic. But, I'm like, now what? That's what you ask yourself. Now what? Okay, Seth got the championship. Great. It's amazing. He got it. Now what? You have to ask yourself, now what? What do we do from here? That's it. I mean, really ain't nothing else to talk about. Seth Rollins beats AJ Styles. He is your new World Heavyweight Champion. Kudos to him. Now the second matchup, Trish Stratus, or as I like to call her, Baby Mama Trish versus Big Time Bex, or dressed up looking like Kill Bill, as in Kill Becky. That was her new name. Her new name is Kill Becky because she came out there looking like Uma Thurman. It was okay, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all right now, I love Trish Stratus, man, but man, Becky had to carry her throughout this whole match. Now Trish, she did a little something, but I was watching this and I was like, man, like, this ain't 2005 no more, man. Like, we 18 years removed from 2005. Now, if this was 2005, hey, come on. But Trish was struggling. She was struggling. Becky had the overhand. Becky was trying things. Then Trish got up. She started to do a little something. But then Becky said, it was like Becky, every time Trish would try something, Becky would have a number. She would have a number and she would catch her off guard every single time. So the ending to this matchup, nobody really seen this woman showing up. Zoe Starks was hanging underneath the ring. The referee was not paying attention because Trish Stratus was distracting the ref. You had Zoe Starks basically do her move on her, which I don't know if that was what busted open Becky, because Becky got busted open. Then Trish does her move and the match is over. So Zoe Starks is aligning herself with Trish. Now, I'm going to say this. This could be good for Zoe because even though Trish is not great in the ring like she used to be, the heel character that Trish Stratus was maybe can rub off on Zoe Starks because Zoe has the in-ring ability. She's great in the ring. It's the character that we need from Zoe Starks to get her to that next level. So aligning herself with Trish, maybe this might be a good thing. It might be. It could be. I don't know. But obviously, this feud is nowhere near over. It's not over. I think what is going to happen, I think we're going to get a tag team match. I think once Lita gets back, I think it's going to be Becky and Lita versus Trish and Zoe Starks. And I think that matchup takes place at SummerSlam. I could be totally wrong, but Trish goes over. Hey, thanks to Zoe Starks. All right. So then we get the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this matchup right here, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. Now, Mustafa Ali, obviously he's a Chi-Town native, but his backyard is Jetty. So he goes home. The crowd is going nuts. That's home crowd advantage. That's what they say, home crowd advantage. Home crowd advantage didn't work. However, they did let Gunther and Mustafa Ali go, and it turned out to be a solid match. But let's go in on it. We're going to talk about it. I've seen people talking about this online. I did not know exactly what was going on until I actually seen it. So during Gunther's entrance after Ludwig and the other cat, they introduced Gunther. They walked to the ring. They show these red whip ribbons coming down with Gunther's face on over here looking like Hitler. All you had to do was just throw a swastika up there. And I said, well, ladies and gentlemen, people is wondering, oh, was this an accident? No, this is not an accident. Ladies and gentlemen, This is the freaking WWE we're talking about. Y'all know how they get down. They are one of the biggest white supremacist wrestling companies in the game. A lot of people don't want to receive that. I've been telling fools that for the longest time. I saw that foolishness. I said, hey, why are we acting shocked? This is how they get down. This is how they move. All of them move like that. People say, oh, that was an accident. No, it's not no accident, ladies and gentlemen. This is how they move. This is them. They tell on themselves daily. But fools want to sit up here and accept it and act like everything is all good. And they're going to say, I know it's going to be somebody going to say, oh, you reaching. No, I'm not reaching. Because you had multiple people bring this whole thing up. And I seen it. I said, ain't nothing. I mean, come on now. Like, why are we acting shocked? This is how they do. This is how they move, ladies and gentlemen. But Gunther retains. Decent match between him and Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali came out looking like $1 million. It's just unfortunate. You know the whole script. WWE cats go home, they lose. It just happens over and over and over again. Then we get the Raw Women's Championship. Asuka and Bianca, to me, was the best women's match on the whole show. This was the best women's match on the whole show. Now, you knew somebody had to lose their championship. I told everybody, Bianca had a long 1-year reign. It had to come to an end. It should have ended at WrestleMania. But they said, no, we're going to let her get the record. We're going to have her go past 400 plus days. Kudos to her. Great. Asuka decided to win by using the black mist, but she licked and spit it on her fingers and she rubbed it in Bianca's eyes. My girl, I think her name is Jessica, the referee. She didn't see what Asuka was doing. Asuka does it. She blindsides Bianca. Bianca loses, and we have a new Raw Women's Champion. Kudos to Asuka. She got the job done. Now, the biggest question you had to ask yourself, which I don't trust this company. I will never trust this company concerning our talent. I'm telling y'all, that's why cats that look like me, they get excited about this company. I don't know why we get excited about this company. They do not know how to book us. Sure, they can give us title reigns, but having a title reign don't mean squat. It's about how we are presented. The question I have moving forward, how is Bianca going to be presented moving forward? What is her goal now? What is the end game when it comes to Bianca Belair? That's what we had to ask ourselves. And I don't trust this company to do her right. I don't. People say, oh, let's turn the heel. Okay, you can turn the heel. But a heel run might be trash, just like how the latter part of a babyface run with the championship was. We can't trust this company, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot trust this company. We can't. We cannot trust this company. We can't. We just can't. So then we get one of the first garbage matches on the show. Rhea and Natalya. Now, I didn't even know this. Today was Natalya. Well, yesterday, because it's Sunday morning now. Yesterday was Natalya's birthday. Now, look here. I got on WWE's case where they did that food was just Bianca and Becky a couple years ago at Summer Joke. 69 seconds. You had Rhea destroy her in 69 seconds. That tells me that this match shouldn't even been on the show. You could have put this on Raw and called it a day. If she was going to squash her like that, just put her on Raw and call it a day. Move on. You didn't have to bring her over here and embarrass her like that. What kind of foolishness is that? It's trash. And people telling me, oh, this is excellent. Listen, shout out to my two aces, my main man Rail and my main man Mel. I know they said this show was outstanding. No, when you put garbage like this on the show, I ain't giving them no praise. They ain't getting no high mark from me. You getting an L, a high L. This was terrible. This was trash. And people say, well, this is making Rhea look great. No, this is terrible. At least 7 minutes. Let them go out there for 7 minutes. 69 seconds. Got thrown into the table, got thrown into the doggone steel steps, and then the match was over. What was the point? What was the point? Garbage. Utter garbage. I'm like, get this trash off my team. And then speaking of garbage, then we get Brock and Cody. Cody running around here with this broken arm crap. Listen, I wanted this man to go through the adversity. But the adversity that they got this fool going through it's just a complete waste of time. It's the same crap that they did with John Cena. They trying to redo it. I don't care, man. Let me tell you something. Doing this foolishness with Cody Rhodes is going to make me want to see him become a heel. When he eventually wins the championship, I'm not going to care about him being a babyface. I'm just not. Because WWE is doing the foolishness that they continue to do, which is fail at booking babyfaces. They fail. They absolutely fail. And this whole crap, man, I don't even know how long the match was. It was like Brock Lesnar put him in that doggone, whatever, the submission crap he put him in, and that man went to sleep. Match over with. I was like, what was the point? What was the point? I'm like, it's terrible. This is terrible booking. I'm like, sure, the right man won, but it is same thing. We knew dang well Rhea wasn't losing Natalya. At least make it feel like it's a decent match. These are 2 back-to-back L's that you decided to put on put on a pay-per-view and call it great. No, that's garbage. That's utter trash if you ask me. It's trash. That's another markdown. I say I'm not giving this trash no praise. No, sir. I'm a realist. I tell y'all every day. I keeps it 100%. We're not finna sit up here and cap for this company and think like, oh, because the crowd was excited, they were going nuts. No, sir. No. Trash. That's why I say they should have kicked the show off with Brock and Cody. Then you do Rhea and Natalya, and then we do everybody else underneath them. Nope. So then we get to the main event. Roman and Solo and Paul Heyman come out there. They come out and they talk about the 1,000 day celebration that's going to take place this coming Friday. And then Kevin Owens comes out, and then Sami Zayn comes dressed up looking like an Arabian man because he is Muslim. Now, here's the deal. I still don't understand the whole situation as to why he was not going over there. I know it was some type of issue going on with the Saudis and his people or something like that, but I'm like, the man is Muslim and he does have family to stay in Saudi, so it was just one big crazy jacked up situation. Well, the man came through, and listen, just like he was that over when he went back home to Canada, the Saudis was going completely ape for him. I got the same vibes that I got from Elimination Chamber. It was the same exact vibes. And Roman was actually breaking character. You could clearly see in his face that he was cheesing. That was a cheese of, I'm proud of you, bro. Like he was laughing. Like he was trying to stay in character, but he couldn't because he remembered exactly what happens when they went over there to Elimination Chamber, when they went to Canada. They had to take 5 minutes just to stand there. They couldn't get the match going because the crowd was just going that crazy. They was chanting Kevin Owens. They was chanting Sami Zayn back and forth over and over again, over and over. So we finally get into the matchup. Roman's in there, Sammy's in there, then he tagged Solo. So then now it's Sammy and Solo, and then Sammy go and get Kevin Owens. Now everybody doing their thing, everybody going back and forth. I mean, it's decent matchup, decent tag team match, right? So the spot, anytime when the referee get laid out, some shenanigans about to take place. Ref gets speared, Roman Reigns takes the ref out, so now they outside the ring. Kevin Owens is about to put Roman through the doggone table. Who come out the woodwork? The Usos. They come out of nowhere. They sweet chin music that man. They sweet chin music. And then everything seems to be going Roman Reigns and Solo's way. They weren't paying attention. They sweet chin music their own brother Solo. And Roman saw everything. And they was like, oh, look, it was a mistake. It was a genuine mistake. And then Roman said, no, it wasn't no mistake. You did the foolishness on purpose. So then he pushed Jimmy's face. And then Jay went over that man like, hey, man, it was just a mistake. It's a mistake. Oops. It was a mistake. And then what Jay should have done a long time ago, Jimmy super kicked Roman Reigns. And Jay, with his over dramatic self, with the PSTD, whatever you want to call it, he was over exaggerating, acting out his tail. I say, oh man. And ladies and gentlemen, everything went the way for Sammy and Kevin Owens from that point on. And he did it again. He sweet chin music Roman. That way Roman was out of the ring. And then they left Sammy in there with Solo. Did the move on Solo, match over 1, 2, 3. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to the fences. Now is the beginning of the end of the bloodline. So I've seen so many people saying, how come this didn't take place at WrestleMania? Well, ladies and gentlemen, because they've been running around with this 1,000-day crap, so y'all knew he wasn't losing at WrestleMania. You knew it. But unfortunately, Cody Rhodes' situation is just jacked up. It's a no-win situation. Because I'm telling y'all right now, let's say Cody did win at WrestleMania. Guess what? Everybody would have been fed up with his title reign already. There's no win situation. No win situation. But the ending of this pay-per-view is what saved this show for me. It saved it. I was on the verge of giving this show a complete 4 out of 10. I'm serious. I was about to give this show a 4 out of 10. But the ending, the tag team match was a good tag team match. The ending, though, saved this show, and I am going with a 6 out of 10. That's the highest I can go. Honest review, unbiased. People going to say, oh, you know, unbiased like a mug. I'm telling you the both is true. The ending saved this show for me because I was watching this, and I'm going to be honest with you, I watched this show, and I just felt like I was watching another episode of Raw and Smackdown. I legit felt like that, but the only good thing was the crowd was going crazy. Them fans out there in Saudi were completely going nuts, and that was great. Excellent crowd. Great. Crowds helped make a pay-per-view, which was fantastic. I can't give them more praise than I am right now. But outside of that, everything that I seen, it was just like middle to roll. We had 4 decent matches on the show. 3 of the matches, Trish, Becky, but the 2 worst ones was Rhea Natalya and Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. Didn't even need that trash on the show. We did not need it at all. We didn't. We need that garbage. But the ending saved this show. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my honest to God review for this show. I will be back on Memorial Day to give my honest take about Double or Nothing. Y'all hit the comment section up. Y'all tell me what y'all felt about the show. If y'all thought this show was a fantastic show, hit the comment section up. You tell me exactly why. Or if you like me and thought the show was a complete dud, and if it wasn't for the ending that helped save the show, make it better to where it really actually end up becoming, then you hit the comment section up. You tell me exactly how you feel. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all cats on Memorial Day. Holla at your boy.